Hello everyone, we should be live. It's time to catch up with story. Wait a sec. Oh, I never finished this story node. I was like, where's the intervallo I'm supposed to be doing today? Need to quickly skip this. There we go. This is an intervallo where we have assist units for most of the battles. I think there's only one fight where we don't have assist units, actually. So that should help considerably. Although even without assist units, this wouldn't be the hardest content of all time, that's for sure. Please, Kim, don't clash the envy skill. Yeah, the envy skill is, like, the main issue here. Because there's 0 chance I will be able to clash it. I mean, that much should be clear. So I'm going to have to just, you know, let it hit me. But if I just don't clash it, that should help. Let's see. Who do we want to bring here? Are you / ineffective? Yeah, but like I have Malfaust. I don't think anyone has a better Sinclair. Because this guy's a pretty sad Uptie 190, yeah. And then there isn't a good Yusong, okay. Well, I guess we're just not bringing a support then, for now. I will probably support Fire Fist Gregor for the dungeon.
아긴들을 뒤쫓아서 잠깐만 천천히.
Now that it's been like more than a day, what are people's overall thoughts on this intervallo? How do you think it compares to the other ones? Because for me personally, I think I prefer almost every other intervallo. But that doesn't mean it's bad. I just, you know, like the other ones more. Ezra's here to just carry. Between Ezra and Ongzi, so many of the enemy slots are accounted for. I can pretty much just send all my skills at one enemy every turn. It's like, yeah, you're blocking 2 things, you even have an assist defense. And the last thing's also targeting you. I could ignore all of these enemies if I wanted. Letting the assist units get sanity is better than my team getting sanity, that's for sure. I wish they showed up on the damage screen at the end. Show me how much damage Ezra is doing. You might be surprised to see me using Shidon. But Shidon's actually pretty alright for Uptie 1. Like, the skill 1's pretty bad, but the skill 2 actually rolls 15, which is good. She gains haste, which helps. She's kind of a 4 to 7 speed range, and then she has an evade. That's all you need to be good at Uptie 1. The standards are so low.
아긴들을 해치우세나. 대전 이 상대는 나야.
Found a post talking about the Lei Hang hat gift buffing to claim their bones. Oh yeah? Wrath skills gain +2 coin power upon use. I feel like it shouldn't, but interesting. If that is indeed true, I guess it's something to keep in mind. Okay, Ongdu is very much killing that guy.
한바탕 해볼까?
Yeah, 1 coin, and you have that as well. Yep. Why did I think these guys were weak to blunt? Of course they're weak to slash. It's their content designed for slash IDs.
악인들을 해치우세나. 하, 힘들군. 그러니 알아서 잘
I
피해.
wonder if I'm going to take any damage this fight, because I don't think I have yet. And you know, the longer it goes on, the easier it is to not take damage. I get more sanity. Slash and Blunt get a lot of upscale, and MD and Pierce is just kinda left with just full stop. Yeah, Blunt at least used to be the best, for sure, because it had like Temporal Bridle, which was actually a pretty good gift. They've added some more stuff for Slash nowadays. And then yeah, Pierce has the least. If you were creating the theoretical worst ID for Mirror Dungeon, they would definitely be full Pierce.
랜덤 4월을 건다.
Although Pierce at least has like the Clash Power gift. Like they get a direct Clash Power from that tier 2, which is alright as far as things go. Hello, hello. Yep, Ba, Ezra the Sheep is here. We'll be hearing that quite a bit today, since these fights take me, you know, quite a bit longer than the average person.
승부수가 먹혀들었군.
Yeah, 0 damage taken on
단순
anyone.
완벽히 우리에게 있었다.
Not exactly the hardest
정착기를
intervalo of all time.
이 기세를 잃지 않기를.
Also, let's check this out of curiosity. It takes people, you know, 5 or 6 turns to beat this normally with that teams like this. Let's see how long it takes me. Oh, I can bring everyone. Okay.
화정.
전시 준비는 완벽하답니다.
마침내
Who
현장
deals
투입인가.
a lot of damage? And I should use you. You deal a lot of damage. Here, we can try bringing the AoE duo, and then you have discard and one more. Sure.
내가
관리
일인가?
원하신다면
We'll throw you on there.
총은 수지 타산에 맞게 한 발에 한 놈씩.
She ate them. Who ate what? I assume you're talking about Ezra, but what did Ezra eat? But yeah, I think this will take me a bit more than 5 turns. But let's find out. How is that favored? Do we have an offense level advantage? Oh yeah, these guys are level 50. Okay. So that's why this intervalo is so easy. Popping in, hello, hello. This is arguably the hardest tile of today. Because it's the only tile in the intervalo where we don't have assist units. But realistically, the thing I'm most worried about is obviously the dungeon, but not even just the dungeon boss. Getting through like 3 fights of Slash series without everyone dying, because there's no way I'm going to be able to clash the Slash series. It's a negative skill that ends up with 18 base power, which is notably like higher than I roll with almost all my skills. Yeah, 3 fights of negative sanity generic enemies. The plan is to bring basically all Slash resistant IDs, which thankfully a lot of the best Uptie 1 IDs do resist Slash. We get Ring Honglu, Blade Lineage Mare, and Ryoshu. We could do counter strats. Maybe, because I can't evade an 18. The part where you have to roll at least 12 with Sword of the Homewind. Sword of the Homewind stacks change at Clash start, so you can lose to the red and blue skills and it's fine, if that's what you're talking about. And she's using high coin amount attacks. Rodia's shield gen is really bad, but she does have it. It's like 5% of health if you discard your skill 2 with your other skill 2. It's not good enough to really carry. Okay, so these are the more threatening side of these enemies. Let's hope this goes well. Shield gen on defend. And just let Ken deal the damage. It could maybe work. I don't think I have the Rodia on this account. It's like I get 12 IDs, even if the envy skill kills my entire team, and I have to do that twice for me to lose. And I'm not too worried about the rest. Can't wait to see Dawnfast and Salvador have random tremor bursts on their skill 3 too. I'm pretty sure they're just going to actually be burn tremor hybrids, because, you know, every ID in the game has to be a hybrid now, and I think they're going to be burn tremor on just like all their entire kit. Does She-Fast's ungodly high shield gen still happen? Honestly, I have not looked into it. I briefly looked at She-Fast when she came out for Uptie 1 because I do that for every ID, and I don't remember being incredibly impressed. But it might exist. One thing about this interval is that there are barely any unfocused fights. I think it is just the like 2 or 3 in the dungeon, yeah. It's almost an interval with actual gameplay, but you still have assist units carrying you the entire time, so not quite. I'm so glad I randomly pulled Ring Honglu when pulling for Valentina. Because like I 100% would have pulled on the ring banner if I was actively playing this account at the time. But I was just kind of still thinking this account was kind of dead since it couldn't be Lei Hang. But I decided, okay, we'll use Ego when I have to. I can resume playing this account.
예술적이네요.
There's something you noticed in Pursuit 2 that you need to try out. Is that the name of one of these stages, probably? I wonder what that could be. Something to do with the stage switching mechanic, perhaps? Something to do with the projector, yeah. The projector is a bit strange. I haven't messed with it myself much, but I've seen a few things. It was like if you time moratorium it, when it's supposed, I don't remember, it's like when it's supposed to automatically leave after 3 turns or whatever, but you put a moratorium on it, it did something weird maybe. We're almost up to max hard blood. So this takes most people 5 or 6 turns. Looks like it took me 9, which honestly isn't as much longer as I thought it would be.
감상은 어떤가요?
No, time moratorium is only on everyone's skill 3s. You can't get it at Uptie 1. I wish you could. That would help considerably with damage. Oh, I think we're back. Okay, reconnecting. You see, this is why I started stream late yesterday, because I've been having these internet issues, but then the internet didn't have issues yesterday, so I thought, okay, maybe it's done. Maybe we can actually stream today. But no, every day between 9 and 10, or like half the days, the internet just goes out for like a minute. My internet is up Taiwan, yeah, you could say that. But we're back. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. And I guess until it goes like a full week without happening, I'll just start stream a week later, or an hour later. Should avoid it. Okay. We're starting with the harder version of the enemies now. but we have Ezra again, so this is the only attack they're using on me.
벤단 사월을 건
I'm not sure if I'll still be doing 2 streams weekly after this week, because, you know, I've been doing Uptie 1, but Uptie 1's going to be caught up. So will I still be streaming on Sundays? I might go like 1 week without, and then maybe I'll start a Ruina challenge or something. Because, you know, when I played Ruina before, we got decent views, and I don't think the draft was that interesting of a challenge compared to some of the other ideas I've had. Ultimately, it was basically, can you beat Ruina if you use the smiling faces a lot? And the answer to that is unsurprisingly yes. Yeah, I don't think there will be a Sunday stream next week, but perhaps the week after that. We'll go back to 2 weekly streams. Do you think we'll get Yuria in Kanto 10? I don't really think we have a reason to. Like, I don't think there's something that specifically makes it likely. But, it's not impossible, I suppose.
한바탕 해볼까?
How many fights are there before the boss? How many of these filler stages do we have? Why am I always torturing myself? This is how I enjoy playing the game. The game is too easy normally, so I have to find ways to make it harder. And this is one of my favorites. Uptie 1, I'm so glad I've made this account. Because, you know, it made me decide to start YouTube because it was something I hadn't seen anyone else do. And then I just think it's, you know, inherently more interesting than base IDs because you can actually have some team building aspect still. You can choose which Uptie 1 IDs to bring instead of just these are the base IDs, you bring them.
감상은 어떤가요?
Is that the accursed fast ID? She's still alright, even at Uptie 1. She loses the main thing that makes her overpowered, but she still has high health, only 1 stagger threshold, decent skill 2, and never has to use her skill 1 because her clashable counter is good. Yeah, allowing 2 stars, like a 2 stars only challenge, if base IDs ever became impossible, I would probably allow that. I don't know if I would go to... Well, no, I do know. I would allow base IDs plus any ego before I allow 2 stars. Because I am, the base IDs guy at this point. I believe that's what I'm most known for anyways. And so if base ego started to, you know, disappear from my titles, I could still be the base IDs guy. What do I think about the new Walt IDs? I really hope they're good for Uptie 1. Because the Faust and the Gregor slots are like the second and third most open slots for a good Uptie 1 ID. Other than Yisong, that guy has nothing. And like, I mean, they do so many attacks. I swear they just kept doing more attacks in the trailer. They never stopped. 2 stars are worse on average clashing wise than the base IDs. Their skill 1s are definitely better on average. I think the good 2 stars will have better skill 2s. And then maybe some of the good 2 stars will have some better skill 3s, at least better than like the bad skill 3s. Like Yisong's rolls a 12. I think you can find 2 stars with skill 3s that roll higher than a 12. $500 assist attacks, yeah. I do wonder like how many attacks they'll be able to do in one turn. Are these guys going to be, you know, resource generation gods, or are they going to, is it just like different forms that they get through? Are they charged? Do they have to charge up to unlock different assist attacks? I don't know. Sure, LCV Heath can roll a 22, but Incorp Heath has 2+ coin drop. Yup. we may never get our Casino Guard ID with 4+ coin drop, but I'll take an Incorp Heath where I can get him. These guys are kind of the reincarnation of the Casino Guards. With their, like, paralyze and this thing, intelligence gathering effect. Pretty severe debuffs.
감상은 어떤가요?
Your Gia move fight, base merited 3.2 thousand damage. That's a lot. Yeah, multi-crack Heath is like one of the best general use 2 stars. Like, good for numbers and not some niche thing like plus coin drop or an 18 rolling evade or whatever. If you just want someone to clash and deal damage, he's maybe your best bet out of all of the 2 stars. He's definitely up there.
감상은 어떤가요?
You're back from testing, what did you learn? His skill rotation can be rough sometimes. Yeah, that is like the biggest issue with the multi-crack IDs in general, both of them. Their skill 3 is basically their only good skill to generate charge, so you really want it early in the fight. Is Thumb Rodion a bad Uptie 1 ID? No, she's really good and I want her, but I did not get her in 100 pulls. Projector is immune to Prescript's target and Phantom Trace. Interesting. And that's even like after the first turn. It's not just like it's not an enemy on the field yet, it stays immune.
감상은 어떤가요?
I wonder why. Oh but yeah, Thumb Rodion is like one of my most wanted IDs on this account right now. It's like her and Ringfast.
네 상대는 나야.
I will see what the Valpurgis kits look like tomorrow. If they look like they'll be absolutely insane, then I'll feel like I should save some pulls for that. If they just look like they're okay, I'll probably try to pull Thumb Rodion before her banner is gone. Is it possible to properly farm shard boxes? I can do Mirror Dungeon. I just don't really like doing it. It's pretty slow. That guy's dead to bleed. Everyone else kill these guys. Okay.
그려낸 대로.
But yeah, I mean, I've done an MDE run on this account. Even at Uptie 1, House of Spiders Ryoshi solo is not very hard. And that was with no other House of Spiders IDs to kill. It's just, if you know how to play MD, and I definitely do by now, it's not that bad.
힘들군. 그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지. 너희의 목표.
7
감상은
turns.
어떤가요?
Late to the stream, how's it going? It's easy as expected. We didn't take any damage in the first fight, and it's not like we've been taking much more damage after that. Oh, we didn't take any damage. No, some down here. Now Fast lost a clash. Okay, here we go. We're actually at a boss now. A bit of a real fight. You just get so many more skill slots. I guess, no, because she has a lot, but like, you don't have to care about half her skills. So yes, you gain advantage at higher, this makes you lose, let's do that. You are conveniently the Phantom Trace. I might just lose like 4 clashes. Why is that so struggling? I guess I need 2 heads rolls to tie. Sure. This is the type of fight where I might lose like the first 3 clashes and just give her sanity and be in a really bad spot. Or I might just win all of them and be fine. You assume allies will carry me until the blade lineage sells to human encounters? You have a better intuition of how this challenge works than most people. I am quite scared of those regular encounters. Slash series is a terrifying skill for me to look at. Rupture Deluge, that's just high amounts of coins. Yeah, I've always said Solomon McGregor that's our Rupture Deluge. Okay, so I probably should hit the red one again. Favored? Do we believe in that favored? Not really, but I guess I'll let it go through. Everyone's targeting Ryoshi, and by everyone I mean these two people only. I'm kind of just okay with that. And we're a bit too slow to clash. Is this clashable at all? Eh, maybe.
벤단
Everyone is so slow. That is the second biggest issue with Uptie 1. The first biggest issue being just the general weakness of my IDs in like the clashing and damage regard. Mostly clashing. Yeah, Dimension Shredder Heat-Song does like consume Rupture to deal bonus damage, so you could call that a Rupture Deluge if you really wanted to.
이 순간이 다가올 배엄일이라.
So far, so good on this clashing. She's losing sanity. Let's see if Rhodia can keep it up. Yes. Okay. I should clash your blue skill now in preparation of the next phase. You're gonna hit Dawn with that? Well, that's going to be unfortunate. She's going to have so much bleed. Perhaps Dawn shouldn't even use her skill 2, and you are just countering the rest of this battle. Sure, let's do that. Assist defense on Rhodia's there.
감상은 어떤가요?
It's really cursed seeing Mavfest being slower than Manager Dawn. It's like, yeah, I could use the counter for haste, but it's not like my skills have any of their speed conditionals, so that would just be for ease of clashing.
만찬에 집중해.
It like is a valid thing to do, and I'll do it sometimes, but I haven't needed to here. Haven't had an enemy I want to clashable counter.
지켜보시죠.
Got her sanity very low. Ezra's getting my sanity very high, which I appreciate. Is this unstaggered Dawn? No, it's not legally a phase change. You're like the only person actually hitting me. Everyone else just poke the projector with skill 1s. At Ryoshi, you can get your blade trail stacks up for no reason. You're running into a new problem with your current favorite team. What could that be? My favorite team is just Bleed, because Bleed makes you care what the enemy is doing, which I like. But what problem could you be having?
이 순간이 닿아도 되어내리라. 원망도 얕아지나.
Too many assists, defenses, and not enough enemy slots triggered it? I see. Will I even be able to survive the bleed? Definitely not forever. Some people will die, but Kim should kill her before everyone dies, is the hope.
너희의 무게가 이 혈투를 승리로 이끌겠다.
Imagine Princess Early, a defensive skill absorbing bleed. Does it have that at Uptie 1? Reduce bleed count by 3. I mean, I can maybe pull some bleed out of Manager Dawn here. But I'll probably do that next turn, or it's like, do I want to waste a skill 2 on that? Manager Dawn is still basically dead. It doesn't really serve me any purpose to do that, because Manager Dawn is still going to be, you know, no sanity, or not no sanity, unable to attack because of the bleed. And I have enough Blood Feasts to fuel Rhodia, so I guess Manager Dawn's counter is eating the Blood Feast continually.
한바탕 해볼까?
Okay, I'm using Yield My Flesh on the AoE skill. I'll just have to overtake that with a defensive skill. I can't let her Clash win, because then she gets guaranteed heads rolls, guaranteed crits, and it will really kill me. The hope is to keep her sanity low so that the enemy skill just rolls like 3 tails. The hope, yeah, the purple skill, it's like, I'm hoping to keep her sanity low like this, and to just, you know, tank it. Maybe she'll just roll 3 tails and it will do barely any damage. You gain the advantage at lower, and I cannot currently raise it, so just don't flash that thing. Got a lot of pretty strong skills lined up here.
감상은 어떤가요?
If you win, it doesn't do much. I am not winning. That skill is hard to clash under normal circumstances. That's a problem for future me, and by future me I mean me in like 30 minutes when I get through the dungeon. She gains sanity on skill use and it's actually in her sanity tab. I never noticed that.
거기서
I'll have to check that when we get there. Assuming it's like the other one. Yeah, this one's pretty standard. Lose 2 sanity, gain 12 sanity. I still can't make you gain stacks. Ongdu wants to clash the bow skill, be my guest.
한바탕 해볼까?
Also, I totally forgot what was going on with Manager Dawn. She's dead, isn't she? And Ring Honglu's dying.
거기서 지켜보시죠.
But we're like, what, halfway through this shield? I don't remember how much she starts with exactly, but we're slowly getting there. Now, Manager Dawn is still here. She just got staggered, okay. You are in blue mode. Lower stack, you gain advantage. This makes you lose stack. How unfortunate, but that's how that keeps lining up. I mean, I know that's just how it works, but oh well. That is hitting Dawn. Yeah, good luck with that, Dawn. Finally getting some good damage in, thanks to Ongdu. Wonder if Uptie 1 Kim Ego activates In Memoriam. I can check the Uptie 1 Ego. I know it doesn't have its passive, but I think it should still give Drink to the Fallen. You love Blood Fiend IDs, but hate how they don't heal from shield damage. It's definitely annoying that shield damage doesn't work, yeah. And Dawn is too slow to clash any of these guys. I don't think I'm breaking the projector any faster than 3 turns, unless Ongdu targets it, so I'm just going to hit these guys. Does the boss still use an AoE skill if the sinner died during the clash? No. Bleed canceling is a very valid way for me to deal with the envy skill if it lines up. If I can just keep someone on really high bleed like I'm doing with Dawn right now, to bleed cancel, that could work. Yeah, shield damage also doesn't generate Blood Feast. Unless it's specifically the shield from Manager Dawn's counter. That's what Shimmering Blood Fiend actually does.
이 혈투를 승리로 이끌겠다.
Hongdu is targeting the projector, so that's just going to like instantly kill it or something.
감상은 어떤가요?
No, you aren't using your red skill today, okay. Are we planning on keeping her perpetually single coin for bleed buildup? You can't control that, right? She switches every 3 scenes. I did think about trying to like play a bleed team into her, but decided against it. Also, I definitely meant to do that. Okay, now Ongdu is killing the projector, so now I can get rid of people's skill 1s. You thought it was sword stack controlled? No, I don't believe so. Yeah, every 3 turns. You're at 9 swords. And you gain advantage at higher swords. That's 19 base power. Okay. Yeah, I can't clash you at all. And I can't lower your swords. So I guess people are getting hit. And I guess I should let Dawn get hit. I mean, that's hitting Ezra, that's fine. That's not staggering me, that's fine. Honestly, I can just leave them how they are. Hey everyone, target this skill. Except you clash there. I have an Ongdu assist defense, yeah. Unwinnable clash. Well, feed sanity. 10 damage.
이 순간이 다 되었 일이라.
It's like, we definitely will win this fight before we die. There's no AoE move in this fight. It's only possible for content in this game to be difficult if it has AoE. I've come to that conclusion a while ago. She just has a base ego power level skill in every slot. To be fair, she's at maximum sword stacks when she wants to be at maximum sword stacks here. Now I can actually clash the red skill. Your first try of this boss, you went with a 50 HP Sinclair and 6 corpses. Ongdu's assist defense didn't trigger. The skill is targeting Dawn, who used a defensive skill. Right. How much hope do I have for upcoming Gregor and Fast at Uptie 1? It's impossible to say before we get the kit. Like, the trailer is not enough for me to evaluate. But yeah, in general, Valpurgis units tend to have good base rolls, even at Uptie 1, like a 4+4 skill 2 on Red Eyes Ryoshu or something doesn't seem impossible. I don't think she actually ended up with a 4+4, but like she could have. Next turn you're going to wanting lower, so I should increase your sword stacks. Honestly, I'm just gonna try to kill you here, max damage.
이 순간이 다가가.
It's hard to remember how to use assist defense sometimes, yeah. A wild guess that you think the new Gregory burn. You might be onto something. Gregor's best Uptie 1 ID right now is Fire Fist. And that's basically just because his counter can still roll a 16 even at Uptie 1. And always having access to that is nice. But it's a 1 coin skill, it does no damage. There's definitely room for improvement. Yeah, Aroma Ryoshi was good at Uptie 1. Solitude also did not quite kill here. I wish Ongdu could just target the projector.
그려낸
형의 시부시 피날레를 준비하지.
You always forget that Fire Fist counter rolls so high for no reason. It only rolls like 2 higher than most of our like 2 coin clashable counters. It makes sense. It's just the fact that it gets its full roll at Uptie 1 that's surprising. Field passes are Uptie 2 and above, except for Aroma Ryushu. That's what we found out last stream. For some reason, she has a fuelable passive at Uptie 1.
너희의 무기 이 혈투를 승리로 이끌.
It's a connection shared by only her and the base IDs, to my knowledge.
팬덤 사활을 건다.
You have 27 shield. We were that close to beating you before that projector phase. Casual 18 turn fight. Really speed running over here. Is that a glitch? I don't think so, because the passive is still like changed. It's like, hang on, let me go check. Let me go check what it says if you like are looking at the Uptie notes. Does it say passive unlocked or does it say passive improved? If I do this, it doesn't even mention the passive because it's already unlocked. I have to imagine it's probably unintended, because it would get improved at Uptie 3 to add the like skill 3-2 thing. But I guess they just really wanted her to gain that 2 offense level up, or 3 offense level up. Maybe, just maybe, we can like just get Valentina Rhodia. You know, that's a lot of boxes. How are my shards even looking? I can get basically 2 IDs. I have 300 Rhodia shards already. I'll definitely get her by the end of the season. I should probably just not pull her. I have enough that she'll be cheap to box. Anyway, dungeon time. Oh, thank you, Fast, for the explanation. So yeah, are you slash resistant? You are, but I think I want I should have a level 60 Fire Fist on here. I'm pretty sure I leveled him on my other account. Where is he? I guess I accidentally took him off my supports list, or I accidentally unfriended this account. Because he is not showing up. Why is there one more this time? Okay, anyway, I guess we're bringing ADD Gregor. I could just grab Valentina Rhodia right now, but I'll wait. Just if I pulled her during my Valpurgis pulls, I would not forgive myself for sharding her like 30 days before that. So I'll wait. Your goal is to reach the last section of the bottom floor and retrieve the golden bow. I can do that. Alright, let's go retrieve a golden bow, shall we? Can you use filter for support IDs? Nope. I was supposed to switch to Shidon. Oh well.
잘 됐네.
It's a weird tutorial, but okay. It's just the standard story dungeon tutorial, because you're supposed to see it, you know, the first time you enter a story dungeon. I'm honestly not too sure why it was showing now. I want full stop Heathcliff to deal damage to this guy, so he's closer to staggering, so I will spend 3 ammo on that. So many flashing sounds. And there's no skill 3s to slow things down. All the clashes just happen at once. These enemies deal way more damage than the boss. Yeah. Oh yeah, I should be thinking about the ego gifts at least a little bit here. Like, I know I wanted the slash damage one because the other stuff is all, like, status based and I can't really do that. I should have brought Warp Ryoshu. Ryoshu's just going to get Honglu killed. I might have to not field Honglu for the rest of this dungeon if he gets really low in this fight. I want him to get sanity up, and then one of the events at the end can heal everyone as long as they aren't dead. Yeah, Honglu is he just going to die? He's on 71. And Ryoshu's getting double slash series. That's definitely killing him, isn't it? This is going to be an issue. Maybe Kim just like AoEs 3 of them here. Please, just cancel all their attacks. Only 2. 1 slash series on Ryoshu. Is Honglu dead? Here's the other one. If Honglu's dead, I will... Oh, he is dead. She's taking damage. Okay. I'm going to reset the dungeon and use Warp Ryoshu. Or, you know, we can use Faint Aroma. And I'll actually switch to Shidon as well. You know, slash resist on as many people as possible that aren't becoming too much of a worse ID. Do I want to change Rhodia? No. Yeah, we'll go with this and grab my Fire Fist again. Or no, not my Fire Fist, this guy. Okay. am I still mostly slash? It helps. I mean, it helps Kim, right? I don't know what the boss's natural slash resist is, but I imagine this gift works on them. Okay. Let's run. You guys... Honestly, Gregor is like a tank. We'll let him try to do some tanking on the front line. Is Ringfast still wanted? Yes, Ringfast is very much still wanted, unless Unifaust is better. But Ringfast is pretty good for Uptie 1.
어디 시험해보지.
This was not a good turn 1. Ryoshi lost like a fifth of her health.
감상은 어떤가요?
It's a good stagger. Does Ringfast not transform? She can transform still. Her skill 2 gives her charge, and it's still just at 2 charge. You transform. Okay, so I forget exactly how you work. It's like, yeah, if Pride Resonance was activated, he gains Pride. So I want 4 Pride Resonance if I can. But it caps out at 4 for how much it helps him. Okay.
사고될 시간이다. 잔부에.
Any Tremor IDs for Faust, Dawn, and Honglu? Are you asking, like, in general? Because there is Regret, T-Corp, and Eurodivi. If you're asking if they're, like, decent at Uptie 1, not really. If you're asking if they're decent at all, only kind of. For MD, I like using T-Corp, Dawn, and Mirror Dungeon a lot. Because I think Time Moratorium, I mean, you 2-turn every boss with Time Moratorium in extreme mode. And Dawn is the only one that can inflict Moratorium on the first turn. So, I like doing that.
시생멸. 오래 필수록 가치는
Yeah. Kim will buff Kim's Salt more. They're all doing Slash series. I hate you guys. I can't stop you from gaining poise, though. The hope is that we can do, like, wrap around killing these guys before the attacks actually go through. But I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, hitting 3 targets, that's really good. Maybe we can, yeah, just one side stagger them before we actually have to clash.
훌륭한 단말만해요. 훌륭한 단말만해요.
Yeah, we've got one here. But, like, Faust is double resistant to this. If anyone's getting hit, I'm glad it's her. Nice to finally see Kim's animations, yeah. If only Faust didn't have a clashable counter, she could have just not activated that. So, okay, wait. I think I want the bottom one here. Yeah, this is a gift that does something. Potentially, at least. Helps my VLMare a lot.
느긋하고 여유롭게.
Unfocused battle number 2, now it's sanity. Let's use stronger skills, get them staggered.
감상은 어떤가요?
Don't worry, I'll be seeing Kev's animations a lot. Yep. Yeah, that fight went a lot better than the first attempt. This one we have sanity, will do more damage. Hopefully it can go as well.
감상은 어떤가요?
Any tips for MDE solo runs in general?
전이 시퀀스.
Plan out your packs ahead of time. Maybe watch someone do a solo if you have no idea what you're doing, and take all graces at ++. What's the hardest stage in this challenge? I have been forced to use Ego on Lei Heng, Jiamu, and Rian. So one of those three. I also used Ego on Rufo, but I can definitely do that one Ego-less. So like those three are the hardest because I have to break the rules of the challenge. Jiamu has a ton of health and uses high-rolling AoE skills and has sanity, so she's like always full sanity, always winning with those skills. It's just too much. Plus the first phase is actually awful. Speed issues make it so Honglu is just like targeted by everything, and half the time I can't redirect any of it. And like, you basically have to use Lord Lu if you have any chance of getting past phase 2 in that fight, but Lord Lu isn't a good Uptie 1 ID. He rolls like a 10 on his skill 2. The fight's so bad. Jiamu phase 1 is difficult if you aren't consistently overpowering her. It's also difficult if you're consistently slower than her. We're going with the one side stagger them before they attack plan here. Hopefully I'm faster than they are.
어디 시험해 보지.
Yeah, Lei Heng is the thing that like officially kills this challenge for Uptie 1 Egoless. I am very curious though, if I want to get the Full House of Spiders team and go back for him, I think they have a chance because they just do so much more damage than the old Uptie 1 stuff. Like Ryoshu alone has been massively impressing me for damage. Is Lantern Gregor a good redirect ID for Uptie 1? He definitely could be. He still has that. I would be interested to try him, but I think his clashing is like pretty bad. So it's like you could redirect to make him lose a clash instead. That's maybe useful if he resists it, but it's situational. It's nice that I can actually pass these checks. Base IDs like kind of struggle to pass some of these. Everyone is still healthy enough. Maybe though I should get some sanity on some other people. We're in focused battles now. I can bring the other people and get sanity on them. Plus, I'll still bring the 2 carries, but everyone else can be sanity gaining duty. Why is there Shidon? Just for resist, mostly. Like, the only other decent Dawn ID that I have access to is Manager Dawn, who is /fatal. Plus, yeah, Shidon is also fast and has an evade. Just overall good stuff for Uptie 1. The standards are that low.
감상은 어떤가요?
Top option is 50% heal plus full SP. Yeah, bottom option is full heal. I'm aiming for the bottom option. Yeah, the new wall fighties are Tremor and Burn. We don't know if it's Scorch. I kind of don't think it will be. I think they're going to make Scorch the thumbs thing, kind of like how Decay is the Oofies thing. And how Chain is like T-Corp's thing. I think they like giving each faction a Tremor type. But we'll see. I could be wrong. Let's go ahead and yeah, do that. Hopefully Sinclair goes before Ongdu. Would Molar Yisung work well in this challenge? I don't know. He's not amazing. I think Soul Limit would be better. But maybe situationally for like damage or resistance, he could be. He has like okay clashing and discard. But like, it's only okay clashing. He would do no damage. What does Tremor Decay even do? It lowers the enemy's defense level. And yeah, Jeong is like related with Ufi, that's why they have Decay. That's why I'm able to say that's an Ufi thing instead of us only having one example. It sounds mid. Well, it was the first Tremor type. It's not going to be anything incredible, although Reverb was the second Tremor type, so, It's definitely underrated, but it's nothing, like, incredible.
훌륭한 단말만 해요.
It's kind of like making everyone always be critting if you get a, like, decent amount of decay on the enemy.
이 정도로 나와 겁나지?
Okay, so actually, is anyone below half health? Can I look at my team? No. Like, I think I probably should just take the top option, because maybe my Ryoshu is a little below half health, but just get full sanity on everyone, yeah. You choose the bottom option here, right? I, like, actually don't know. I'm pretty sure it's the bottom option. I'm going to... Okay. Confirmation from chat. And you should be basically guaranteed to pass this. It'd be like 1 in 8,000 to fail. Are you full health? Yeah, so that got everyone to full health. Okay. I did not need to bring the B team out in the last fight.
검 끝에 바라본다.
Let's see. Are you guys doing anything? You are both too slow to redirect. Got it. They are not doing anything. We love assist units. Yeah, counters are supposed to compare your offense level to the offense level of the skill that hits you. That's how it worked in my testing. You claim that Decay makes counters gain base power, which I did not test Decay specifically. I used a different source of defense level down. So perhaps I'll have to test with Decay specifically to just confirm. Because that's definitely not how it should work. But like, if it does, that is pretty good.
감상은 어떤가요?
방심했고
I'm going to not comment too much on the discussion in chat, but I will say I mostly agree with the whole, it's not directed at a real person or a person that like represents a group. There isn't like real world ego users that you could, you know, use this as an example of offense against. I think it is okay that it exists. And, you know, people shouldn't be ridiculously upset about it. The game is, you know, adult rated or whatever.
나가지 못하리. 뱃속에 파묻혀라.
What's better than new Gregor or the old Gregor from Valpurgis? I don't know. New one's not out yet. I think there's a decent chance he ends up being better because Night Owls was a bit underwhelming. And, you know, power creep is in full force these days. It's boss time. Is that really just favor? Why are you 35 sanity? I forgot that I need to pay attention to what you guys are doing. You're clashing 3rd yellow, you're hitting the defensive skill. Okay. 3rd yellow is dealt with. There we go.
불가 위압. 막아내지 못하리.
Do I prefer skills having their power being dynamic or turn start? I like when it adjusts in real time. Warp Dawn's skill 2 is like the biggest standout for that in my mind. It's like, it gains coin power with charge and it self-fulfills that conditional even if you have no charge partway through the skill. Yeah, on use is not locked in at turn start, but it is locked in for the skill. At the time you use it. Turn start, is anything locked in at turn start? It's based on just what you have when you actually use the skill. Is how it should be. What are you guys doing? First orange. And also first orange. Thanks, Ondu, for overtaking Kim's target.
한바탕 해볼까?
Yeah, combat start would be, but I don't think there's any skill that's like combat start, gain 1 coin power for every 6 bleed on the target. That would be
거기서
awkward.
지켜보시죠.
Oh yeah, I need to look at her sanity. Because supposedly she gains sanity for using skills. As like part of her sanity tab. Crack of Dawn is going to be Wrath because it's a Burn ID's skill 3. It will be Wrath. Are you sure it's not just like a Reflectrial thing? Were you talking about the Reflectrial boss? Because I'm pretty sure they gain sanity just like by existing. Yeah, this is standard. I kind of want to lose a clash here, actually, if I can. I don't want her to panic reset. But no one really can. You can lose to the Gloom skill, perhaps? None of the base IDs resist Gloom, I don't think. Or none of the base Egos. Let's see here. Yellow and Gloom are technically dealt with. I don't want you to lose more stacks. Here, I'll leave it to chance. If you lose either of those, I'm okay with it. But I think we might be panic resetting her. Do you think the MD version has it? I would have to check that. Ow, 33 damage. Lost fatal heat clip. It's like, yeah, we will panic reset. I mean, she's already down, like, a fifth of her health. This isn't going to take forever. You're in low sword mode, so let's... Okay, so yeah. 1 plus 6. I think I can clash that. My assist units are being useless. Who is the best at clashing that? Rhodia has the highest base power, so you can clash that even if it gets like 2 heads. All of these should be fine clashes. And I think we might be setting up Full Stop Heathcliff to be our bleed canceller for the next one.
감상은 어떤가요?
Increased by 5 on skill use for the MD version, increased by 2 at attack in for Reflectrial. So there's like actually just 4 different versions of this boss then. You can ignore her entire gimmick by just keeping her low SP. Isn't that the case for like every boss? If they're low SP and you just win every clash. SP is the biggest design mistake in this game. Exhibit 75. No envy
오래
skill.
필수록 가치는 떨어지는 법이지.
Kim is claiming bones there, sure. Let's honestly just keep you at 5 swords, I think. Okay, wait, no one can clash? Slightly dreading clashing. Oh, those are both just hitting Kim? That's fine. That's hitting Alangdu? That's fine. That's... Okay, everything is targeting Kim this turn. I don't have to clash any of this. He's not going to die. We can just send everything at the sword I want to. Let's give her more blue. Gives me a turn to cycle out some skill ones. I'll let Full Stop Heathcliff take a little bit of the pain off of Kim. And you know, Molar, Otis, you can do that as well. You won't take too much damage if you fail. Okay.
한바탕 해볼까?
I forgot that clashable counters still activate counters. All the intricate rules of how the defensive skills interact are easy to forget for me. She's supposed to use an envy skill this turn since she used the bow last turn. Why do you say that? I don't think that's what the passive says. I'll go check her passive that talks about the bow skill. Yeah, I'll check after this turn. Wait,
시생멸.
that was
오래 필수록
That was this.
가치는 떨어지는 법이지.
Oh, I thought this just didn't activate against assist defense, right? This skill effect does not activate. Okay, I thought the skill just didn't go through at all. That's fine. Unopposed attack or against a target that used the fist defense. Okay, so she gained 2 instead of losing 3. That's... Oh, you're meant to assist defense it. Okay. Anyway, sword stack stuff, take less damage. Gain fragile based on doing the sword stuff. Different form every 3 turns. Use a pattern that includes the bow. So this is what makes her use the bow skill. At min or max stacks, use the thing. If they used bow last turn, use regardless. I guess I just can't do it 2 turns in a row, ever. But yeah, I see what you mean. Okay. What are you guys doing? First orange and nothing. You have 2 paralyzed and high sanity, and you are still outrolling everything. Okay. Next turn I want you to be low. So let's make you lose some stacks. I think we're letting those yellows go through. It's not going to do too much damage.
뺀다면 사활을 건다.
She absolutely can use it 2 turns in a row, but only with the HP conditional, I guess. Yeah, I guess so. This boss just does whatever she feels like most of the time. Yeah, kind of. We're getting her SP down again, slowly. That was a bit scary. They both got the tails roll there. Oh, unfortunate. There goes all my work lowering her sanity. There are 4 versions of this fight and they all just mesh together, yeah. Okay, Malphas is getting down to bleed canceling levels of bleed. I should probably try to set that up, honestly.
시생멸
Here's Envy skill, but you're in single coin mode, so I don't care.
떨어지는 법이지.
It's hitting Faust. Is this bleed deluge? Deal bleed on target times 10% of this coin's final damage. Okay, so it does triple damage to Faust and then activates bleed once. That would probably kill her. Yeah, I'm going to not let that hit Faust because I want Faust to be low enough for a bleed cancel. Kim has that. Ongdu is still being useless. Has Ongdu done anything useful this entire fight? I mean, she has 20 sanity. One of those times she overtook what Kim was doing. I swear this is the worst Ongdu I've ever seen. You're 400 off stagger. I don't think I can push for that. Although maybe if Ongdu uses the good thing. Let's see. I can probably clash that. Heathcliff Good Luck try to evade that. And Honglu Good Luck try to evade that. And I have to think about sword stacks. I have like multiple assist defense going. It's a weird one. I want you to have low sword stacks. We'll do this. I think this turn will work out well. Overthrow is so strong. Like his counter. I don't know why they made it roll so high. Are we going to stagger her? I don't want to. Dang, barely staggered. It's unfortunate. At least we get all these extra attacks in, but I was hoping to get, you know, a very beginning of the turn stagger. Let's get our Pride Resonance for Kim here. Get him closer to bone claiming. In Library of Ruina, that's his big support page for Dice Power. Yeah, it is. It's like gain 1 strength next turn and gain 1 light back. It's a card that I like for sure, but it definitely doesn't roll 34 or anything close to it. Okay. We've got bone claiming. Honestly, she probably just dies in like a turn. Next turn you're going to low sword mode, so I will not clash that. Wait, how fast, how low are you? Okay, yeah, you are in the bleed cancel territory. I would like you to stay there. So I'm going to have you not do anything this turn, except assist defense that. If she even, like, survives. Which she probably will. I don't think Claim Their Bones will do 1,000 damage. The one page I mentioned is Slay. Yes, it is. Overthrow was his 3 cost. Yeah, okay. Do we just win this turn? I mean, we definitely... Oh yeah, the bleed, actually. Maybe not quite this turn, but we're definitely winning this fight. And I don't even think anyone has to die. $100 damage. Can we do it?
오래 필수록 가치는 떨어지는 법이지.
Let's hit the damage button. That's how you deal damage, right?
막아내지 못하리.
There we go.
훌륭한 단말이네요.
Not too bad at all. It's about how I expected it to go. Assist units are strong. And this boss just isn't that hard in general. I do like the gimmick, though. Even if I didn't fully understand how it interacted with assist defense until this fight.
승부수가 먹혀들었군.
Surprising no one. Maybe someone thought Ring Hongli would be higher, but this is the Blade Lineage dungeon. Of course he gets the highest damage. And that's the Uptie 1 account caught up with the story, ready for Kanto 10. We'll see how Kanto 10 goes, Uptie 1. And I'll probably try to get my revenge on Rufo before then. So I'm not over-leveled for it. But I'm okay with being over-leveled for Lei Hang, because he balances that out mostly. Yeah, no Wolf event is sad. Although, Uptie 1 into that wouldn't really go well in the first place. Thank you everyone for showing up. We'll be doing Base Heathcliff Egoless solo next Saturday. So, if you want to see that, you're late? Yeah, you just missed the entire stream. Not a long one, a pretty short intervallo, but that's going to be the end of stream today. I hope you have a nice rest of your day, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye, everyone.